Hello, Star Wars fans, and this is the video for issue 10 of the Star Wars Build Your Own R2D2 from modelspace.com and DeAgostini. Alright, and here we got the magazine in our hands, and what's inside here is building R2D2 head frame and lens assembly. Also, you have Inside Star Wars Visual Effects Part 1, the Droid Directory, Wed Treadwell Droid Series. Oh, and if I haven't shown you up on the top right here, yeah, it literally states the pound price and the euro price for this. No US nominations there, or I mean denominations, because this did literally start off in Europe. So alrighty, and just a little bit about the magazine as usual, just flipping through the pages just so that way you can see what is in here. And there we have Sir Luke. And a little bit of Han. And some robot arms, which are not part of the Star Wars. Obviously NASA here. And then just some robotic arms for industry. And then here we have a little bit more, which, there we go, right there. Which apparently that's part of the Star Wars galaxy. Yeah. Must be in one of the cartoons or something. The IW-37 pincer loader droid used its grasping arms to load space equipment into tight spaces, like the hold compartments in ETA-2 Actus class interceptors. Alrighty, so there's stuff like that in there. Alright, and here we go with the parts, and you can see there's not that much stuff in here. So there we go. So yep, let me open this up. Oh, I can't believe I finally got these. It's been so long. Sure, I've had the few Transformers videos, and if you notice, I've been kind of spacing out the X-Wing build videos just a tad little bit until hoping to get these month 3 pieces in for this. Alright, so head frame, lens, and leg parts. The first of this issue's parts are used to extend the framework for R2D2's dome. And you have also received the mount for the blue primary photoreceptor and its black lens that conceals R2D2's camera. Keep the 2 metal sections until you have collected some more parts for the internal frame for R2D2's left leg. You will start to assemble this in stage 12. Okay, so apparently we're not going to be using these 2 pieces just yet. But I mean, look how thick these things are. I mean, I know this guy, this R2 is supposed to be heavy when he's completed. But, yeah, those are some pretty heavy die-cast pieces there. This sucker's gonna be awesome! Alrighty. Alright, so extending the head chassis. In this stage, you will attach the first part of the second layer of the framework, which is constructed in a similar way to the top section. Alright, so step 1, start by taking the assembly from stage 9, okay, which is this. The new frame, DF11, which is going to be this right here, and 2 more of the silver screws and nuts that you used to fit the earlier frames. Okay, and here I am. It's like I ended up putting those back in there because this was literally recorded right after the issue 9 videos, which I do apologize for having to do that in a part 1 and part 2, but if you haven't seen it, I do explain why I ended up having to do that. So okay, so step 2. Okay, so it looks like we're doing this right here. Okay, so position DF11 as shown, making sure the 2 screw holes on the top are aligned with the matching holes in the pair of frames DF4 on the top row. Yep. Yep. Nope. 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 I thought it was a yep. It's a nope, because the front of the lens is right here, so it's being aligned right here. Okay. Now press the 2 locating pins into DF11 into the holes in the metal rings so that DF11 fits flush. Okay, so that's fitting flush right there like that. Okay. And holding DF11 in place, fit a nut into one of the hexagonal recesses over the fixing hole. Okay, so I didn't say this yet, but doing this right here is only 6 steps, and where's the, oh, okay, so these actually go under here this time around. So these things can slide down. So it's not really like a recess. And okay, so there's 6 steps to attach this framework, and there's 6 steps to take care of the lens part. See, now look at this. Now it's acting like it's magnetic again, and it's really not magnetic. Okay, are you in the nut? Are you in the nut? Come on, come on, come on. Okay, it's not in there. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Are you in there? Okay, that is finally in there. Okay. See, yeah, because, I mean, these things can actually kind of spin in place, if you notice. Like, it's only hexagonal on 2 sides of this. So, this will probably move around on you. And that just fell all the way through. Okay, so let's see if that will actually grab into that right there. I think maybe it did. Did it? Yep, okay, it did. Okay, and now... Okay, those are tight. Alrighty. And then step 5 was holding the nut in place with the fingertip, turn the assembly over, and tighten the screw into the nut. And step 6 was repeat steps 4 and 5 to fasten the other hole in DF11 to the assembly. Alright, completed assembly. That finishes the framework for now. You will extend it over the following stages. Okay, now assembling the lens. Okay. Using the lens mount provided this time to complete the primary photoreceptor assembly that you test fitted in stage 3. Okay, if you haven't already assembled them, take the faceplate DP07 from issue 1. Okay, let me see right here. Okay, so DP07. And the lens and extension DP08 and 09 from issue 3. Okay, let me grab my box here. Because, uh-oh. Where's that other blue piece? Okay, well, there's the lens. Uh-oh. Could have sworn I put it in here. Uh-oh, big trouble, little China. And if nobody gets that hint, that's, that has to talk about the movie with Kurt Russell from, you know, most of you young people would probably consider ancient times. Oh, shoot. Where the heck is it? Oh, you see now? This is what ends up happening. I could have sworn it was in the in my box here. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Ha! It's still in here. Ha! I still have it pushed in. See? There's 08 right there. Oh, jeepers. It's been a long day. And yes, from the sound of that, yes, I am getting over a cold too, so. Now, watching some other people's videos, in later issues, they apparently do give you a different lens, because I guess this one lets too much light out or something. Not really positive if that was the reasoning, but, yeah. Because the lens in the picture is definitely a darker colored lens than this one. So, okay, so that, and, you will also need the mount, DP10, which it's going to be this piece right here, and 4 of the black screws. Okay. And it looks like I have 6 of these left. So, which will leave 4 in there, so hopefully we get some more screws soon. Excuse me. Alrighty. Okay, so step 2, whether or not you previously test fitted the tab on DP09 into the arrowed slot in DP07, make the joint permanent by putting a couple of drops of super glue into the slot. Press DP09 into place, making sure it's fully seated into the slot. Well, you know, honestly, it goes in really tight, and eventually all of this is going to be screwed right into the dome, so the dome is actually going to hold this in place. And just in case this ever breaks, I will actually be able to take this apart, and I will actually be able to say, hey, I need another one of these DP09s right here, or 8, DP08, sorry. And, yeah, so I'm not gonna glue that. Which, DP09. Okay, I think they labeled that wrong, because the picture is showing these 2 pieces, and this is supposed to be DP09. This lens right here is supposed to be 9, but they mean these 2 pieces right here, which is 7 and 8, and in the magazine it says 7 and 9. So, yeah, but I'm still not gluing these together. Alright, so step 3. If you haven't removed the protective film from the lens already, do so now and fit it into the lens mount DP10 like this with the curved side upwards. Okay, so holding it like that, and yes, I still have the protective film on it, which, you know, obviously we're probably going to end up getting replaced at some point anyway, because, you know, it might not be the right one, because they probably just keep following along and don't end up putting, just keep it going the way they did with the lighter one, and then apparently you go back and get the darker one, or maybe this is too dark and they give you a lighter colored one. I am not really positive how that whole thing goes. Okay, but step 4 is make sure that the lens is fully seated in the recess in DP10, curving upwards like this. Well, obviously, it's going to, you know, because it's concave. So, all right, and step 5 is fit the lens and its mount into the assembly from step 3, making sure that it is the right way round. I kind of wish that, you know, they would actually put around instead of just round, because that's round, haha, yeah, little joke there. Okay, and that the 4 holes in DP10 fit over the posts in DP7. Okay, and okay, there you have it, holding like this, and honestly, I think it goes in like this, but I'm gonna put this on top of this like this. So that way I don't knock the lens out of place, which I just did because I didn't want to get fingerprints on it. No fingerprints. Okay, one of the posts doesn't want to go in there. We go. Okay, alright. So I barely touched it and I got it into place. And if in case we do get a second lens to replace this one, I will do the exact same way. I might actually wear some gloves, some rubber gloves or something, just so that way I don't get any fingerprints on it then. Or maybe I will end up taking the protective film and then put it right back on the outside. Or something along those lines, you know. Okay. Just like this. I'm going to hold it down like this now. And step 6. Fix DP10 in place by driving a self-tapping screw into each of the 4 holes. Okay, so at least they didn't make it like 2 to 3 extras, or at least 2 extra steps by doing each individual screw, you know? Which they probably could have done. Alright, I'm not gonna screw that in all the way just yet. Alright. Now these are at an upward angle. So if your screws start going directly downward, you're gonna have to take them out before you put the screw in too far, so that way you can get it in at the right angle. As you can see how I have it going right there. And just tightening them up right now. Alright, there we go for that. And I could have sworn that I had the protective film. I popped right back into that piece right there. And apparently it might have floated off somewhere. Yeah, because I do not see it. Okie dokie. Alright, so I guess this is just going to go into the box of tricks for now. But there we go. There's that. With the mount. Excuse me. Alright, so future assembly. That finishes the job for now. As you can see from this picture showing assembly stage 15, the two tabs on DP10 fit into the slots in DF11, then slide sideways to lock the lens in place, allowing it to fit over the metal dome that will cover the framework. Okay, and I will actually show you that when that comes up, because if you haven't watched any of these build videos before, they give you a stand so that way you can assemble the rest of the dome easier. Now, most people, when you watch it, they do not leave the dome on the stand when they're assembling it. Me, I'm going to do my best to leave it on the stand the entire time. So, alright. And then, here we go. See, coming in issue 11. You notice it no longer really tells you what's in the magazines anymore, just what parts you're going to be getting, which you have dome chassis part, you have dome support, and then, ooh, screws. It says fixings, but screws! More screws! Cool. I only looked into the box as far as, you know, like the major parts. And to see, you know, that it did indeed have all the issues and the 4 different bags of parts, and just happened to notice that see the stand parts in some of like the clear bags. But definitely did not actually check to see if there was any screws in there. But yes, oh my goodness, there's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 different styles. I'm guessing more screws for the dome, more nuts, plastic screws, more framing screws, and can't even see what those ones are, or what those ones are. Well, you know, I guess we'll find out in issue 11. Alrighty. So, one other thing, for anybody who's watching this, I don't know if any of you guys are into Back to the Future, but, if you haven't seen that one, Transformers update, video that I put out, the one entitled Upgrade Updates and Possible Build. I was talking about the Eagle Moss Build Your Own Iconic Back to the Future DeLorean in there. I do have, you know, like 4 months worth of that build. The only thing is, I probably will not start that until I start getting some of like the, you know, upgrade kind of things for it. Which, you know, are a lot of them are going to be like my own personal upgrades. Because I have to be able to know the size of like the actual screws, like the thickness of the screws that come in here. And all that. Because I have a website that I can get some stuff from, because you're going to have a lot of screws showing on the outside of the car, and even from underneath the car, and yeah, I just don't like screws being seen from the outside of a car. I mean, it's like one of the things I've done for years is build model cars, and, you know, yeah, it doesn't really look good. So, am definitely going to do some stuff around that, and I'm gonna try to incorporate it into the build. So, I mean, you will see, like, the, when I do start it, when I have enough of that stuff, you will see it. I will do the issue, as it shows in the magazine, and then I will do, like, a follow-up issue where I will do my upgrade a little bit on that. So, yeah, I guess I have finally decided to do that build. But it's probably going to be a while because I don't know how long it might take to get all the stuff in hand. By then, I will probably have, you know, another month or two worth of builds, so I will have plenty of stuff to do for that. I will also, seeing as I already have all the next X-Wing build videos already made, I will have to do that for when I get month 4 for the X-Wing, so I'll put it up there again just as a reminder. But, yeah, okay, so until the next build your own R2D2, or until the next build your own X-Wing, or until the next Transformers video, or until I end up starting the Back to the Future build, which hopefully will take place in the next, you know, by the summer, quite possibly. Thanks for watching. Beep boop boop beep.